Pasta cacio e uovo, or pasta with cheese and eggs, is a well-loved Neapolitan dish that you can make at the last minute with just a handful of ingredients. Keith's here to tell us more.
Yeah, this is a simple, straightforward recipe, but like with all simple recipes, paying close attention to the proportions and then the quality of the ingredients is absolutely necessary.
Makes sense.
So we're going to start with the base of this sauce, and I have 3 tablespoons of lard here.
Lard isn't cacio or uovo.
No, so lard is actually traditional in this dish.
Oh.
It's called strutto in Italian, which sounds a lot better than lard, but most of the recipes we found started with lard. If they didn't start with lard, they started with olive oil, which is a fine substitute for the lard, but we'll find that the lard actually plays really well with the cheese and heightens the flavor of their cheese, so we really liked it much, much better than olive oil.
All right.
I'm just going to put this on medium-low, and we're just going to melt that down. We can come back to that. While that lard is melting, I'm going to take 2 cloves of garlic. I'm not going to mince these, I'm going to smash these. We were not looking for a very assertive garlic flavor. We want something in the background, very mild. So by crushing, we're going to release some of the allicin, the compound that makes garlic taste like garlic, but we're not going to release too much. So I'll just take these, I'm going to put that in our lard, and we want to cook this really, really slowly. We want it to have a little bit of bubbling around the cloves, and that's okay, but we don't want it to get too brown. We want a kind of a nice golden color, and we want that garlic to soften and give its flavor up to the lard. So that will take 7 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
And I'll have you keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
That's your job. Now for the other parts of this sauce. So eggs are a natural here. We're using 2 whole eggs. Again, recipes ran the gamut from whole eggs to yolks. We liked using whole eggs because it gave us a little bit of a silkier sauce. And we also have plenty of richness from the lard, so we don't need the richness from just plain yolks. So I'm just going to mix these until I don't see any whites remaining.
Oh, I can start to smell this garlic.
That's a good thing. So we have our 2 eggs in here, and now for the cheese, the cacio. So we have a 1/2 cup or 1 ounce of Pecorino Romano cheese. It's zesty, it's sharp, it adds a nice pleasant bite. But we're also going to temper that with an equal amount of Parmesan. Again, 1 ounce or a 1/2 cup. And that's going to give a kind of a nice, sweet, nutty flavor to that.
Now, did lots of recipes you find mix the 2 cheeses?
All recipes use Pecorino. Some added Parmesan. We really like that balance of flavor between the two, a 50-50 blend of the two. Also going to add 2 tablespoons of minced parsley, 1/4 teaspoon of table salt, and I also have a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. I'm just going to stir this together really quickly.
And that's it? That's the sauce?
That's it. So between the garlic-infused lard, this cheese and egg combination, that's the sauce.
That's simple.
We'll use the pasta water to kind of bring everything together, but that's it.
That's it.
It's been 7 minutes, and you can see the garlic is nice and pale golden brown, and it's infused that lard with a lot of flavor. So I'm just going to shut the burner off.
The lard is actually taking on a slightly different color.
So I'm just going to take this garlic out. So that's going to hang out here. We want to keep that warm. We have our cheese and egg combination, and now it's time to cook the pasta. That's it. I have 2 quarts of water in our saucepan here. I'm going to start with 1½ teaspoons of salt. We want to make sure that our pasta is seasoned. Nobody likes bland pasta. And I'm going to add 8 ounces of tubete pasta.
Tubete?
Tubete.
It looked like ditalini, but a little longer.
Yeah, it's almost twice the size of ditalini. And we really like these small, kind of short, stubby pastas that have the hole inside because that traps all of that nice, rich, luxurious sauce. So we're just going to let that cook until it's al dente.
Are you ready to take your cooking to the next level?
Introducing the complete America's Test Kitchen TV show cookbook.
Featuring every recipe from every episode of America's Test Kitchen. That's thousands of recipes.
That texture is unbelievable.
Reviews
Gadgets you didn't know you needed.
and tips.
Yes, there's some terrible choices, but there are also some amazing choices.
We've spilled all of our secrets and included our insider notes alongside each recipe.
Plus, there's a handy shopping guide so you know exactly what to grab when you're at the store.
And of course, it makes an excellent gift. Get your copy today at americastestkitchen.com.
Let's check this pasta to see if it is tender. That's perfect. It's a little bit past al dente, which is exactly what we're looking for. It's not going to see any more heat. We're going to be mixing the sauce off the heat, so we want to make sure the pasta is tender now before we drain it.
Makes sense.
But before I drain it, a very important step, which I sometimes forget.
I do too. Sometimes I actually put the measuring cup in the colander.
It's a very smart move. So I'm just going to reserve some of that because that is going to help make a smooth sauce.
All right.
I can come over here and drain our pasta. So I'll just give this a quick shake. Some water on there is okay. And then back into our saucepan. And now for all of our other ingredients. So we want to do this somewhat quickly because we want to capture that heat in the pasta and in the saucepan.
Right, because the heat from the pasta is going to cook the eggs.
So there is our egg and cheese mixture. We will add our lard mixture, our garlic infused lard.
That smells good.
It smells wonderful.
It's amazing how much garlic aroma really got into that lard.
And I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon of this pasta cooking liquid. If we find we need more, we can add more. And now I'm just going to stir this vigorously.
Melt the cheese, cook the eggs. That smells incredible, Keith.
That fat and the starch in that liquid will interrupt the eggs from kind of coalescing into one another, and we'll get a smooth sauce rather than a lumpy sauce. We don't want a lumpy sauce here.
No scrambled eggs.
No scrambled eggs, right. I can see some small grains of cheese in the bottom there, and we just want to continue mixing this until those are all gone away. Now this will also thicken as it cools off, and that's why it's important to keep this pasta water, and that we can loosen it up a little bit if it ever gets too tight or too starchy.
Yeah, this isn't something you want to make and let sit on the stove and then call everyone for dinner. This you want people sitting waiting for it.
You can see it kind of subtly changing here. The sauce is thickening up and it's starting to coat that pasta.
It really did change consistency there in the past minute.
I'm gonna call that good. That looks nice to me.
I can see, as you said, it's filling in the holes of the pasta.
So start off with a small portion right now.
Yeah, that was only 1.5 cups of dried pasta to serve 4 people. So this isn't meant to be a big bowl of pasta.
Nope, you just need a small portion of it. It's so rich and decadent, you don't need a lot.
Oh. It really has a big flavor considering you didn't put that much in there.
Yeah,
A little bit of garlic, the cheeses you can taste.
yeah. What I like is the lard. It's not overly porky or anything like that,
No,
but it really pairs well with the cheeses.
I also really like this pasta shape because, as you said, you can see it's getting right into the holes of some of that pasta. So when you bite through it, you get a nice ratio of pasta to sauce.
Yeah.
This is lovely, Keith. Thank you for showing me how to make
Welcome.
it. So there you have it. If you want to make this incredibly simple but delicious pasta, infuse lard with a little bit of garlic, use whole eggs, and cook the pasta just past al dente. From America's Test Kitchen, a wonderful recipe for pasta cacio e uovo. It's delicious.
It's great, isn't it?
We hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed making it.
Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel.
And if you're ready to take your cooking to the next level, head over to americastestkitchen.com and get a free all-access trial membership.
While you're there, you can sign up for our free email newsletters and download our app.
With unlimited access to over 14,000 of our Test Kitchen recipes and 8,000 product reviews, you'll have everything you need to cook and learn.
So I ask, what are you waiting for?
Let's make something great together.